Action.
Cut. What are you doing? Seriously, what do you call that? Now, in the script, if I remember, will you look here? I had the script right here. Now, let's check this out. Says right here, interior hallway, scene 85, take 1. You hear a demon smash the wall beside you, and you run like your life depended on it. That's the scene. So, what do you call that run that you just did? I wanted to run slow. I wanted people to see my muscle definition. Oh, you wanted people to... Oh, of course. But you do know there's a such thing as post-editing where we can do things in slow motion. You don't have to run in slow motion. We can slow it down in post. You know, kind of like those, you know, those movies where they're running. There's an explosion behind them, and they go flying in slow motion. Now, the problem is, this isn't Rambo First Blood. This is Paranormal Nightmare TV series. Now, get back to your spot, and let's do this again. Yes, sir.
Action.
Cut. What are you doing? It looked like you ran slower this time. Now, apparently we don't need that, right? You know everything, Mr. Paranormal Nightmare Big Shot. You know, I didn't do One-Legged Bigfoot and Bikini Babe in the rainforest to come here and do this lowbrow entertainment for nothing, okay? I need motivation. Oh, you need motivation. Okay, you need motivation, huh? Okay, get back there on your little mark, and let's do this one more time. Oh, fantastic. Check the gates. That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah. Beautiful, guys. Come on, give yourselves a hand. Hey everybody, it's The Shape, back to another video. Now, a couple days ago I got an email. I get emails from you guys to say, hey, check this channel out, and I get timestamps. Check that channel out, I get timestamps, and I love that. You can email me anytime if you have a, you know, fairly good debunk. And Jennifer Mann emailed me and brought up Paranormal Nightmare TV series. And, probably like you right now, I was like pretty skeptical on that because I've watched a few other videos, not a whole lot, but I watched a few other videos and I couldn't see anything that really stood out as staged to me. But that's not saying, well, after this video, you can be the judge at the end of the day. But this evidence is pretty overwhelming. Now, I'm sure there'll be quite a few people disagree in the comments, and that's cool as well. At the end of the day, I'm just here to present the findings and let you be the judge at the end of the day. So, let's get into Paranormal Nightmare TV series. Let's go. Now remember guys, this is only my opinion. All I ask is you watch the whole video, see all the evidence that I present, and then make your educated opinion based on that. Oh, they're at Randolph County Infirmary, and it's very cold outside. I think they said it's like 30 below zero. But you guys won't believe the stuff that Jennifer called, and the stuff she called I've seen even more. This is going to be a fun one. And I'm pretty sure by the end of it, it will leave you scratching your head one way or another.
It is minus 31 outside right now.
This place has no heat, so it is brutally cold in here.
31 degrees below zero. That's cold. Like, cold, cold. The reason I'm bringing that up is because in extreme hot temperatures and extreme cold temperatures, even abandoned buildings, they're medical. I'm leaving that in. Oh, there'll be a secret word in this video. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook. Go do that right now. Then come back and finish this video. But what I was getting at is metal expands, metal contracts, and anything around this metal, like concrete. Everything from door frames to just the wiring that goes through the concrete, rebar, all that stuff makes noises. And they get a lot of knocking sounds. I just want to point that out real quick. And maybe it don't explain all, because some of these knocking sounds don't sound like a building settling. Sounds like somebody's doing it.
Whoa. What's creepy is you got the hallways.
And all the knocking sounds sound similar. And plus, if you listen closely, what sounds to me, it sounds like wind. Like a wind blowing.
Whoa, that was loud. Where are you at right now? My brothers and I, we brought you guys gifts tonight because we know that you enjoyed Christmas.
Now, in this particular video, they catch a lot of sounds, a lot of knocking, a lot of just different sounds, but a lot of times they'll react to something that you can't hear at all, like none. And that plays a role later. But I get it, cameras won't pick up all the sounds you hear with your ear. And sometimes you won't hear something, but the camera will pick it up. I get that as well, but the debunking this is more visual than audio. But it's a little bit of both. Couple of very important places.
Can you hit something really hard for us? Whoa.
Now, I do want you to see this weird camera shot coming up. Is it a debunk? No, but I just wanted you to see it.
Yes. Walk down that other hallway by yourself.
I do love the glove shot. Like, this got pro written all over it.
Is your room over here?
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, there's another floor after this one.
Yeah.
As they start up these steps, I'm getting ready to show you, they catch a Class A EVP, I guess. And they hear it there because they're reacting to it. But keep in mind, in post, you can add these sounds, and on site, you can pretend like you're reacting to something you don't even hear. I'm not saying that's what they did, but I'm just saying you can, obviously.
Kind of like something just said, hey.
Now, if I'm wrong about this particular thing here and they didn't add it in post, then that's a really, really good catch. Let's turn the volume up a little bit, because I'm telling you, it's crazy how good this sounds. Really good.
Kind of like something just said, hey.
I think it just takes some time for you to get used to us. Last time you scared the hell out of us. Okay, so we just made it down to the basement.
Now, coming up, they're carrying, I'm going to show you the clip. He's holding a present, an empty box that's wrapped like a present, that, you know, and he's holding a REM pod. You know, the things, if the ghost gets near it, beeps and all that stuff. If the ghost touches the antenna or gets near it, whatever, that doesn't matter. It's a REM pod. And I want you to watch what he does with the REM pod.
This is the area where I believe the lady committed suicide. Ida, and we brought her a nice Christmas gift. We'll stick a alarm in the present. That way if somebody comes close to the present.
Remember, you guys know what I said about continuity, right? A ghost hunter should never have a continuity problem if they're real ghost hunters because it's not staged, right? You can only have continuity problems if you film something more than once. And the reason I'm saying that, as you saw, they put the REM pod inside the present and he set it on the bed. As he set it on the bed, you can still hear the REM pod in the box going off. Why am I mentioning that? Let's look what happens when they're standing outside the room and they point the camera toward that very same room.
Ida.
Right now.
We brought a Christmas present down here for you.
It's crazy what's going on.
That's the first time alarms went off in here tonight.
Yeah.
Ida. You like your present we brought you?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. When they point the camera back in there, the present is sitting there and the REM pod is outside the box sitting on the bed. Now, what sense does that make? Now, you could say, well, there was a cut there and this is farther afterwards and they took the REM pod back out of the box. You could say that, but they never mentioned it in the video at all. So, if that was what happened, they should have at least mentioned it. Because further through the video, I'll show you why they should have mentioned it. But that is fishy. Oh, but it gets much better.
Just close.
Today.
Today what? Is today anybody's birthday?
Monster. Convicted.
Who's the monster? We're just trying to talk to you. You want?
Hey, shh.
I do want to point out these guys catch a lot of banging, and not all the time, but sometimes when they're catching this banging, it sounds like it's near one of them. But keep in mind, there's 3 guys there, and not all of them's on camera when these bangings occur. And just keep that in mind. I'm not saying they're banging, but I'm just saying there's a possibility because there are blind spots.
What the hell was that? Whoa! It's over in the corner. Who's here? I got this device. You can tell me what your name is. I got the willy. That was freaking. Did you hear that? Freaking like a growl or something, or a moan, or all now?
Something's on here right now. Sound like a desk or a chair moving.
Oh, did you hear that again?
Just be quiet for a second.
Now, real quick, I wanted to point out that you haven't hit the like button yet. Go ahead and do that. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook. Because I asked you earlier and you probably didn't do it, so go do it now. I wanted to point out that these guys, when they start catching these banging sounds and growling and all this stuff, they talk too much. And that's just my critique. You guys, might feel differently. But I know you got to talk some, but he just blabs too much. However, we do need to give these guys props because they're brave men. Okay? They're brave. They don't run from paranormal like a lot of these other ghost hunters. I stand corrected.
Especially when you're by yourself. Is there anybody up here? Can you do something? Let me know you're here. Can you shut one of the doors? Whoa, black shadow. Holy. Black shadow just went by this freaking door right there.
Oh, really? You saw something in that door, did you? That's funny because I didn't see a thing. You know what? Let's go back and look at the time this shadow supposedly... Let's look one more time. Slow it down a little bit. He said something went by that door, yet you can see the door in the camera frame the whole time, and I did not see any shadow go by that door, so I don't know what he's talking about that he saw.
Can you knock on the door or tell me what room you're in? Oh, oh God.
I just want to add, you're a paranormal investigator that has done this so many seasons, it's countless. Now, that being said, you run pathetically. Have you ever seen Steven Seagal run in his action movies? He runs better than you do. Thus the skit at the beginning of the video. I just wanted to point that out, but should a paranormal investigator not run toward the sound? Because your end goal is to catch the holy grail of paranormal.
No. I just seen that for... No, I'm not stopping. I'm out of here.
Oh, y'all remember that map I drew? The house and cross the creek and all that. Those were good times. I'm sorry I got bored.
Come out here and talk to me, please. Ida, I heard you.
Here comes that second debunk I was telling you guys about. Now this one is a rather good catch by you guys. Like I said, I got an email and you'll have to see it. I'm going to play it in its entirety. I'm not going to cut it. Not any. That way you guys can see it, the whole clip, and then we're going to break down what I see and what Jennifer Mann's seen.
No, because I know how far Josh walked down there.
Okay,
That's where I was. Keep going.
I'm back. I heard a man's voice. Is there... I can't even see it from this side. Oh, I was already walking in the door. Is somebody down here? You want to talk to me?
You see something on the right side?
Yeah.
Like a white thing? By his feet? He took off?
Voiceless. Where you at? Oh, down here. Where you at? Come out here. I heard you. Can you please tell me what your name is?
Yeah.
It's a female.
What the was that?
I don't know. Come on. Let's go get it.
Wow.
Now there is a multitude of problems I have with this clip, and the first part being you have two cameramen in the hallway with the guy that walks down to the end of the hallway, right? The cameraman turns his camera because he acts like he hears something behind him. He turns his camera that way, right? Now, the reason I mentioned that, then you'll see another camera angle where he's standing beside the other cameraman who's across the hall. And then right as the paranormal happens, you see a quick cut and he teleports behind that cameraman as the guy comes running. Let's slow it down, I'll show you what I mean.
No, because I know how far Josh walked down there.
Okay,
That's where I was. Keep going.
I'm back. I heard a man's voice. Is there... I can't even see it from this side. Oh, I was already walking in the door. Is somebody down here? You want to talk to me?
see something on the right side?
Yeah.
Like a white thing? By his feet? He took off?
Voiceless. Where you at? Oh, down here. Where you at? Come out here. I heard you. Can you please tell me?
I didn't hear any sound to justify him turning the camera right here and looking in this room back there. Now, keep in mind, I turned this up and I didn't hear anything. That's not to say this cameraman, that the reason he turned, maybe he heard it with his ears, but his camera didn't pick it up, right? That's fair. Now, that being said, I want you to watch these cuts. They make no sense.
Yeah.
It's a female.
See, he's looking back at this room. Then you get a cut of him beside the guy on the other side of the hallway. Now watch this. Bam, he teleports behind the guy right as the paranormal happens. Why would you not use the footage of that guy right there? He's closer. And now you see the problem. How did he teleport like that? 1 minute he's right beside the cameraman that's across the hall. But then it cuts right to him being behind the cameraman as the guy starts running that quick. Now, but you could say, well, maybe they cut it somewhere there and just started filming, luckily, started filming behind the guy. And they left that little cut in by accident. Why don't the sound change? Why did they not mention it? Why does it sound like one solid sound through that? You see what I'm saying? And what happened to this guy's camera angle? Why would you show the camera angle of the guy trying to look over the other cameraman's shoulder? Why not just show the cameraman in front? Why not show his footage of the bang and you running? Because you don't get to see that. The guy's shoulder is blocking it. Why would you not show the front cameraman uncut? You know, we want to see that footage because you can see it better. He's closer. That makes no sense. Comment below what you guys think, but I think that is an interesting question. And you know what, Foreman 4 brothers, why don't you prove me wrong and show the night vision uncut and show both camera angles uncut of the noise happening and him running. Show them both uncut. I bet you won't.
What the was that?
I don't know, come on. Let's go get it.
Are you hurt? Somebody hurt you? Who took the present out of the box?
Then he stands outside this door and says, who took the present out of the box? I guess it was the REM pod they took out. Who did take that REM pod out? Oh, you did. Let's see this earlier part of the video real quick.
We'll stick an alarm in the present. That way if somebody comes close to the present, Ida,
Doing that right now.
we brought a Christmas present down here for you.
It's crazy what's going on.
That's the first time alarms went off in here tonight.
Yeah.
Ida, you like your present we brought you?
Now, obviously I could be wrong. And the secret word is ring. Okay, R-I-N-G. I could be wrong. Maybe they didn't stage any of it. But you got to admit, even yourself, that this is, when you look at this, you're like, ooh, that doesn't look very good. You know, there is no reason on this planet that you would show the cameraman standing behind another cameraman who's closer to this paranormal happening. You know, the big bang right beside the guy down the hall. Unless the front cameraman that was closer may have caught something they didn't want nobody to see, and that's why you never see the actual bang and everything. I want to see both footages uncut of when this paranormal event happens. Both camera angles. He turns, faces the back room. There's a cut. Now he's beside his buddy there, and then bam, he teleports as the paranormal happens. See, we can't see over that guy's shoulder when the smack happens. Why did they not show that footage? Now, I know a lot of you guys love these guys, and hey, you love whoever you want. I have no problem with it. I'm just pointing out stuff I think you guys can agree with that is worth pointing out, right? I mean, I get that's what you guys expect from me, and that's what I enjoy giving you guys. I think these are very questionable, and I think they need to address it. I think that we need to see the footage of both cameras when that bang happens and that guy comes a running, because something just ain't right. That makes no sense how they shot that. It makes no sense how they cut that. Period. Comment below what your opinion is, right? I love you guys. I appreciate you. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now. You hear? Peace.